All right, we mentioned before the break that there is news. The offseason for the Lions, well, it's going well so far with the news that Ben Johnson was returning, followed by the news that Aaron Glenn is returning. And then the first person that I heard publicly make the statement that Frank Ragnow, just keep an eye on that situation. You never know if he is retiring. Well, now we have some word from Frank himself. But Kang was the first one I remember saying, guys, you're not going to like me for having this feeling, but I heard his press conference after the season was done, the locker clean out, and I'm a little worried. And the quote was, it takes a toll on you. It really takes a toll on you, so I need to find a way to get back to Frank. And I don't regret any of this at all, but it weighs on you, and I'm just going to take some time and really figure everything out to make sure that I'm feeling good, not only for me, the football player, but me to be the best husband and best father and everything with all of that as well. So the cameras were on him. I think it was a Brad Galley tweet or somebody, one of the local media, and Kang's like, I hear that. I think retirement. And we're like, oh, crap. Maybe. Well, now, yesterday, Dave Burkett's story, Frank Ragnow, I just need a few weeks to get healthy. I guess my typical offseason routine is to get right back into it. But I think as I'm getting older, I need to understand that sometimes maybe less is more, and I just need some time to make sure I'm healthy, and then we'll get rolling again. So it sounds as though he is not retiring. The headline says, Frank Ragnow, I'm not retiring.
LFG.
And that is a quote from the body of the story as well. Dave Burkett got that from the NFL Honors show on Thursday. So Ben Johnson's back. Aaron Glenn's back. Frank Ragnow's back. So far, good start to this offseason. Now, a lot more work to be done and bigger moves to be made, but securing the future of this great center for the Detroit Lions, that was a big one.
That's huge. Frank Ragnow is just now, it seems like he's just now starting to get the appreciation from the media, how great he is. The NFL knew. Mm-hmm. Players know. I think we locally really appreciate him. And then what he's gone through the last couple of years with the foot injuries and everything else, and then you hear the tales of how tough he is. You're like, this guy's awesome. He's got his foundation set up, which is amazing. He's a community guy. You can't help but love Frank Ragnow.
Man of the year dude, and good for him, and certainly good for us that he is returning. When we talk about the to-do list for the offseason, securing and bringing back the offensive line is big on that list. There are the things that need to get done, but if you got we've confirmed that Frank Ragnow's in the fold. Based upon Brad Holmes' comments that we talked about from earlier in the week, I think that the next thing is to see if they sign Jonah Jackson to a new contract, because I thought that was unlikely, and then I heard the press conference, and now I think it's more likely than unlikely.
It's all about price.
Yep.
And I'm sure that Brad Holmes has his top dollars for players, and he won't go higher than them. He wants to keep this team together as much as possible, but it's a business, and players are going to make decisions based on business, as they should, because the front office is damn sure going to make business decisions. And it's tough. We've heard Dan Campbell talk about it. Hey, man, roster cuts, they're not easy. You know, even when you get to the end of the season, you already got guys in your team. You got guys you're going to send down and guys you're going to bring up. It's not easy, but it's the business part of it. And looking ahead to the offseason, we know we're not going to be able to bring back everybody from this past team.
Nope.
We can't fall in love with our own guys.
Nope. And there's money there, but if at the end of this thing it shakes out, Goff extension, Jonah Jackson back, I mean, the two that I think are really worth a big debate are C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Josh Reynolds. And one had value to the team last year. In fact, Josh Reynolds was so good in the Rams game. It almost felt like they don't win that game without Josh Reynolds. Mm-hmm. And then he has, Rashid leaving Robert Ory open kind of postseason moment in dropping the fourth down and dropping the 3rd and 10. The fourth down one was a tough catch, to be fair, but I think it's a catch that Josh Reynolds. It was the
tougher of the two.
Yeah, Josh Reynolds would probably tell you, I should make that catch. So, but it happens in the postseason where everything's multiplied by 10. And I don't not bring him back because of that. I think you might not bring him back because you don't have all the money that you'd like. And, I mean, let's face it, next year, Jamison Williams has to be a bigger part of the offense. And does he get some of Josh Reynolds' routes?